In this special video, I want to treat my subscribers to something you have never heard of before: how I can manifest for you. You probably wonder what this machine in front of me that allows me to manifest abundance from wealth to love for you. This is what this video is all about. Ever since the success of my Grabovia code videos, I began investigating on how these codes were created and entered into a new world of radionics. I was not satisfied that the Grabovia codes were very general by nature, and I wanted to create my own code that is specially designed for only a small group of people, you. Stay to the end, where I will show you how you can add your name into this machine and be a part of the Manifesting Collective. Namaste, Sacred Masters. I'm Dr. Aiwas Ukeki, author of Shadow Work, Finding Your Light in Darkness, and I'm here to help you with your shadow work and manifesting questions, as well as give you tips on new ways you can practice your self-growth. So don't forget to subscribe for Grabovia numbers on Tuesdays, Pick a Card Shadow Work on Thursdays, and Shadow Work manifesting tips on Sundays. Also, don't forget to check my website so that you can enter into my monthly giveaway of my Shadow Work book to help you improve your life and find your light in the darkness. Today we are going to be talking about how I am manifesting for you. Now, like many of my other videos, I like to explain things as thoroughly as possible so you're not jumping into anything without any knowledge of it. In this video, I'm going to take you through in detail how I am manifesting for you. In fact, I will be doing all the work. I take it back. This machine will be doing all the work for you, but I think it's important that you first understand what the process is and how you can use this process in order to receive these manifestations. I'm going to be going through my entire custom built machine, which is a much larger version of my personal radionics machine which I have upstairs. But since this is being broadcasted to you, I had to build a much bigger version of the one that I have. I'm going to show you how it is projected and broadcast to you, down to how you can receive it. I will show you how I capture these frequencies and vibrations and where you can get them. But wait a minute, you may ask yourself, why and who in the world am I to manifest for you? Well, I am no less powerful than you. I am no better as a manifesting machine than you are, so why would you even trust me? The truth is, you don't have to. But oftentimes, when we need help with manifesting, it is because we are biased when we are manifesting. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take money for instance. You want to manifest money, and you need a certain energy and frequency to project into the world. The thing is, it can be really hard to do that when you're surrounded by bills and all the roadblocks that the 3D physical reality throws at you. That's why, when I'm creating these frequencies, I have to be conscious that I do not have these 3D blocks. That I'm not biased by my 3D reality, but rather creating frequencies for you. So yes, I won't be making money frequencies if I'm still caught up with bills. I won't be making love frequencies if I'm still in a state of loneliness. Being conscious of where I'm at allows me to create frequencies free of blockages for you. So if you ever feel like you're overwhelmed with reality, that's where my frequencies come in. They are frequencies that you can absorb without blockages. Let's start with the overall basics. In a nutshell, this machine targets a person or specific group, what their manifestation wish is, and discovers a specific frequency relating to that manifestation wish. For example, let's say this group of subscribers on this channel wants to have more money. Their collective wishes creates a unique vibration, sort of like a church praying together. These vibrations, like all things in the universe, contain a specific frequency that this machine was built to find out what it is. From there, I broadcast this frequency every week, and I'll show you in a bit how you can receive this frequency. But by having a specific frequency, you are tapping into a universal collective power. Rather than one person wishing for more money, it's a group of people focusing on a specific wish at a specific frequency, creating a collective expansion of the vibrations out into the universe. The wish can be anything, so stay to the end where you can add your wishes on it too. But specifically, the way I create these wishes or manifestations, as you call it, is going to be different from others, which is why I'm making this video. Now, the problem with manifesting, let's say manifesting for unexpected money, is that only one part of you is manifesting. What do I mean by that? As you know, this is a shadow work channel. So when you think about it, there are two parts of you, the conscious part and the subconscious or shadow side of you. Both of these are manifesting together, conscious and subconscious. The subconscious is the much stronger one, accounting for 95% of your manifesting powers. The subconscious is also where many of your repressed emotions and blockages are. Thus, when I'm manifesting something for you, the frequencies also target at removing these blockages, so the conscious manifesting is more free to open up and express itself. I call these shadow frequencies because it targets the shadow side of you as well. So if all of this sounds theoretically sound to you, let me really get into the details of things so that you know exactly how this works. This machine is really divided into three parts: receiving, tuning, and broadcasting. The first part is how I tell the machine who the target is. In my case, the target is printed on a piece of paper, which is taken straight from my YouTube statistics. Every week, I'll be updating this piece of paper as the subscriber count grows, so if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel so that you can be added to it. In a bit, I'll show you how you can add your personal name on my machine as well. But let's keep going. The target plate representing you as part of this group is placed below the orgonite. If you haven't already, check out my video on orgonite to find out what that is, which I will link above and in the description box below. Basically, orgonite comes from the word orgon, or as the Chinese calls it, qi, and the Hindus, prana. This is vital energy that exists in our universe in the form of crystals, particles, and powders poured into resin to attract, accumulate, and manifest etheric energy. So, I am placing this orgonite on top of who the target is meant for, in this case, my subscribers of this channel. I then put what I'm manifesting for you, in this case, additional money in your pocket, and I place another orgonite on top of it. But since this is a shadow work channel, I will put down two additional things on top of what I'm manifesting for you. One is to remove all blockages relating to the specific manifesting. The other is to make sure that no one is harmed or nothing is taken away from them for your manifestation to come true. After all, you don't want to manifest new money if it comes in a form of inheritance from losing a loved one. So, it's important that manifestations are targeted that no harm come to anyone. This makes the energy more pure as well. So, the machine is prepared for you, my subscribers, manifesting to get extra money in your pocket. But I'm not stopping there. As you can see in this custom built box, there are all other forms of input as well. Three things go into this machine in addition to my subscribers as a target. One is an audio jack that is connected to this music player, which is playing on repeat affirmations related to the specific manifesting. In the case of money, affirmations such as, "I am a money magnet," "Money comes to me easily," are used. In the case of love, it could be, "I give and receive love every moment of the day," or "I am worthy of love." These affirmations add into the energies of the target. Don't worry, these affirmations are mixed into the final session as well. But why stop there? The second input booster is the banana plug, which is connected to a Solfeggio frequency tone generator. As you know, I use Solfeggio frequencies in all my videos, which are mathematical numeral reductions that identify 6 tones that bring your frequency back into balance. For money, I use the 528 Hz, while for love, I use 639 Hz. These frequencies were tested by biochemist Dr. Glenn Ryan in 1988, where he tested these frequencies on healthy DNA and found to have positive effects on the body, mind, and health. The last connection, which is the important one, is where I completely boost the power of these manifestations using Rive technology. Rive technology delivers power electrical energy based upon the frequencies and waveforms of the desired group, in this case, you. Using the program to moderate the signal generator, I deliver Schumann's resonance, which is the frequency of the Earth's heartbeat, as well as a series of other frequencies that are too complicated and perhaps boring for me to explain each frequency by itself. So that's part 1. When I have the target, which is you, the subscriber of this channel, is powered by additional energy inputs in the form of affirmations, Solfeggio frequencies, and Rive technology, we move to the second part. Tuning your vibrations. This is where a lot of the magic happens, and you should see how this works so you know exactly how I come up with these numbers. This machine has 9 dials that you can see. I use these dials to find the frequency of the manifesting wish I'm making for you. What I would do is set all the dials to 0, and I begin by working on the first dial. I slowly turn this dial while rubbing my fingers along the stick plate. And that's where the real magic happens. As the dial hits the right frequency, my fingers begins to stick on the pad, almost like it cannot move. This is how I know that the first dial is set to the right frequency. Once I know what it is, I move on to the second one, doing the same thing, and so forth and so on until I finish all 9. This is the machine telling me that what I want to manifest for you, additional money, has a frequency of these numbers dialed into the box. You'll notice my numbers are different from Grabovoi codes because Grabovoi codes have numbers ranging from 0 to 9, while these dials are more finely tuned from 0 to 99. So my numbers can be fine-tuned to an exact frequency. Once all the frequencies have been inputted, the machine is turned on and this radionics device is now generating these vibrations in the form of electricity and energy. So, how do I broadcast it to you? How do you receive these frequencies? This is where things get really interesting. The energy in this box now needs to go somewhere, eventually making its way to you. Just like the input, there are 3 outputs for this. The first one is sent to my audio recorder, which is recording the frequencies and vibrations. They are also sent in a complex array of circuits and wires to different amplifiers in order to boost the energy of these vibrations. They are all recorded and eventually find themselves into my sound program, where I can mix in the levels to produce a calming music track for you. In an effort to play with numbers, I usually record 7 hours, 7 minutes, and 7 seconds of these energies and vibrations into one soundtrack for you, where it will be mixed into my digital audio workstation. I also add a Doppler effect to the audio frequencies, which is an 8-dimensional plugin that allows me to cycle the music around you, creating an effect that the frequencies are circling around your head. You can only hear this with headphones, so to hear the effect of the audio frequencies circling around you, be sure to wear them if you can. So, how do you receive these vibrations and frequencies? Absolutely free, as I will be posting them on YouTube every week under the playlist Ukehi Vibrations. To receive the numbers, I will put them up on the screen as well. These numbers are recited by a professional hypnotist who is an expert in tuning her voice to work into your subconscious. Even by hearing or visualizing these numbers, you are focusing your thoughts onto those specific frequencies, which helps enhance the power of these vibrations beyond just hearing them. Visualize them or hear them until you sleep and your subconscious takes over, allowing you to receive those vibrations. Remember, it is not just you tuning into these frequencies, it is a bunch of other people as well. Honing into one frequency, giving it a collective power together. So if you can, share these videos with your friends or just play it as ambient music around the house for the family as well. If you have any requests for manifesting, comment below your requests. If there are others who like it and want to be a part of collective manifesting this request, like that comment as well so I know which are the popular ones to make. Now, before I reveal how you can add your specific name to the machine as well, I want to first talk about receiving these vibrations and how to really let it work for you. Remember that these frequencies and vibrations work within the laws of the universe, which means that when I am manifesting money for you, you're not going to open your eyes and see your ceiling raining down with money. But what these frequencies do is tap into your subconscious and wire your brain, which is known as the RAS, Reticular Activating System. Yes, there is a science to it. It programs your RAS to receive information to receiving more money. This means that you will suddenly become aware of new opportunities to make money, find money on the floor, or you will cultivate better relationships with people who will give you money. Your subconscious is open to more possibilities where in previous times there will be blockages that keep you from seeing the abundance of the universe. The same with love as well. Remember the law of inspired action, which I will post a link above or description box below, and how you must utilize this law if you want to make your manifestations happen quickly. Now, I want to give a special thank you to the people who I am adding names to this machine. which means that aside from the collective or my subscribers, I am also adding specific names on this list. These are people who have contacted me and have bought my book. It really warms my heart that you have supported me in this endeavor, and as a thank you, I am adding your name into this list. If you have bought my book, reviewing it on Amazon will also let me know who those are who bought my book that I don't know about. Make sure you use your real name, or if you don't mind, just a name to identify yourself with, and I will add you to the list. I will be checking on my Amazon reviews weekly and handwrite your name onto this machine. Another way you can add your name on this machine is by entering your name into my monthly draw for a free copy of the book. I will choose only one name from the list per month, the one who wins in a monthly draw, and add you in addition to giving you a copy of my book. So, there you have it. If you have not subscribed yet, join me in this collective and be a part of this manifesting group over here. Every week, I'll be releasing new videos of these vibrations that you can use. So make sure to hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next manifestation video titled UKE Vibrations will be released. Even if you don't need the manifestations, for example, you could already be in love, or one of the manifestations is to find love, play that vibration as well. Because you're adding to the collective focus on a singular frequency and vibrations to help your fellow sacred masters. And when you emit these loving energies, you can bet that your own relationship will improve as well. Call it good karma or whatnot, but it is how the universe works. You receive what you put out. So, I now present the first video in a continuing series, so click on this. Again, play on the background, or better yet, when you're sleeping, and let the collective and the subconscious work for you. May our energies work together. Namaste.